Hello learners and welcome to week 10 of Modern World 2, Totalitarianism, Socratic, and the DBQ are what we're working on here. And this week's assignments, we're going to look at and begin to complete your power focus areas, and some of you have already done that, so that's absolutely wonderful. And actually, I think last week I got my little weeks confused here. We're now on checkpoint number 1, but if you already did checkpoint number 1, you are good to go. So just make sure by the end of this week that checkpoint number 1 is good to go, and you can start checkpoint 2 if you want, completely up to you. So the essential questions, we're going to continue to talk about totalitarianism. So how did totalitarian leaders contribute to the breakdown of democratic ideals, and how does totalitarianism connect to our world today? And checkpoint number 1, you can either pick Stalin or Hitler and talk about how they rose to power, because people often ask, how does one person become so powerful? If you'd like to do both men, you're more than welcome to. I had some learners say, they're interested in both leaders, and I said that's perfectly good to do that. Okay, so here's a little bit of a video between discussing the difference between democracy and totalitarianism. Kind of gives you an idea what is what, because growing up in a society in the United States where we've had a representative democracy where we picked people to represent us, a lot of people have a hard time understanding totalitarianism, and so this kind of briefly explains it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that video was made from a classroom. It was a group project, which they did a great job on. So obviously, that is the difference between totalitarianism and democracy. We're not going to choose a side for, our project, but just so that you have a little bit of an idea of the difference between the two. I've had guest speakers come into my class, what I taught in a brick and mortar school from China and different things like that. And it's very different, their views versus our views in, like I said, a representative democracy. Okay, so the course breakdown again, we finished up the Treaty of Versailles, or you should be finishing it up. Moving on to totalitarianism, Socratic, and the DBQ. And remember, I said we are going to get rid of the Socratic seminar, just because we did have some group collaboration last time with, individual collaboration, posting to Padlet and different things. So this time we're going to get rid of the Socratic. Okay, so you can see we are moving along here through the next project, and of course getting into Google Classroom and completing the launches each week. Okay, so if you have any questions or concerns, you can follow the pace chart here. Like I said, I got a week ahead of myself with checkpoint number 1. I put it last week, but if you have it done, that's great. You can move on to checkpoint 2, or you can focus on completing your power focus areas. And this unit does have more than the previous one, which only had 1. So that's going to allow you to devote some more time to that if you did your checkpoint last week. Okay, so any questions or concerns, reach out to me. If not, you have a great week. Take care. Bye.